Hi, Cassia here over at First Call Digital Agency with another edition of our Digital Fit Tips. And in this one, we're going to be covering analytics and why it's really important to incorporate that into your marketing strategy and how it can help you improve overall conversions and performance on your site. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and to leave a comment below. So there is a lot of things that can be covered when you start talking about analytics because there's a lot of different avenues for tracking. You can evaluate analytics for website campaigns, social media campaigns, ad campaigns. So there is a tremendous amount of data that you can pull, and it's very easy to get overwhelmed with it. Some of the gold standards for different types of analytics include Google Analytics, Google Ad campaigns, and social media metrics. So I'm mostly focused around that, but there's a lot of awesome tools out there for doing additional tracking, things like Mouseflow, Hotjar, Pipedrive. These integrate with your website and help give you more complex data to evaluate exactly how people are moving around on your website. But the important takeaway with analytics and a way to consolidate and refocus your efforts when you are trying to decide which tracking systems to use and which data to look at is to set some really clear, what we call KPIs or key performance indicators. So each of those tracking systems will have some sort of goal or objective that you're really looking to achieve when you're building out your buyer personas or trying to decide where you want people to go, how you want them to engage. So I would start any tracking campaign or analytics by establishing those KPIs and making sure you're tracking those specific conversion points rather than getting overwhelmed with all of the different options for data. So if you have picked some KPIs and have a general idea of what analytics you want to start tracking, it's important to have regular reporting in place and consistent insights into these KPIs so that you can measure performance and start to acknowledge what may or may not be working with your campaigns. And a good resource for that is just setting up some sort of a reporting metric for those campaigns so that you can just monitor and manage and adjust from there. So an example of how you can use data-driven insights to improve a marketing campaign would be looking at Google Analytics as well as a interactive tracking tool such as Hotjar or Mouseflow to observe how people are entering your website, but also what they're doing when they land on that page. If you are looking at Google Analytics and noticing that your engagement rate is low, your bounce rate is high, your exit rate is high, especially for a very specific page, if you have a complementary tool such as Mouseflow or Hotjar installed, you can actually observe how people are interacting with that page. And then from that, improve user experience. You can evaluate if the page isn't loading correctly on certain devices, if your CTAs are too far down the page and maybe should be moved up for faster engagement, or if they're just not connecting or finding what it is that they're looking for because they're quickly scrolling through the page and not really engaging with the content in any way. And then this is just one example of how you can use these metrics to improve that user experience and ultimately lead to a stronger know, like, and trust with your clients and higher conversion rates. So as a business owner, deciding how to move forward with analytics can be a little bit intimidating. If you happen to be working with a marketing agency or a web developer, they can help you install the codes and get a general understanding of the dashboard. But aside from that, there is resources provided by Google or other learning sites like lynda.com that enable you to actually do training and get a broader insight into Google Analytics on its own. And we have provided a quick link to one of those training sessions down below so that you can get that overview and general understanding of how the tool works. Another interesting thing you can do with analytics when you're able to track interactions is to create more precise buyers' journeys or funnels. So you can evaluate from the wide net you might be casting on your social media and or your website. You can observe if there are specific people coming into the page that may be of a type of industry that you can narrow down your targeting for. So you can add more resources to a popular page that bring them further into the site, maybe take them to some supporting articles offsite, but help provide that value and build that authority on those pages. Pretty high level view of analytics. There's so many different options to choose from, and it is such a valuable thing to incorporate into your marketing strategy because it gives you so much feedback and data on what type of people are coming to your social or website channels, how they're engaging with your content, and presents you with all these opportunities for improving user experience and customizing the messaging that you're trying to convey to your clients. There's a lot of resources available for doing basic training on how to understand how to leverage these. The best options that you have are to work with a marketing team and establish those clear KPIs and what you view success as, and then choose the tool stack that helps support and provide those metrics so you know where the performance is working and where you need to focus for the next campaign. I hope that all of this was helpful, and I appreciate you joining me today and learning a little bit about analytics. Be sure to like and subscribe, and comment below if you are leveraging analytics in your own campaigns right now and what tools you like best and what KPIs you might be using to track your success. Thanks.